Hello, my dear friends. How are you doing? Welcome to lesson number 2 of Essential Words. So, are you ready to start learning 12 essential words? Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna start with the first words of lesson number 2, and that's corpse. Corpse. What's the meaning of corpse? Corpse is a dead body, usually of a person. Corpse. So let me give you some examples and let's use this word in different examples. A. When given all the data on the corpse, the professor was able to solve the murder. The corpse was laid to rest in the vacant coffin. In the vacant coffin. An oath of revenge was sworn over the corpse by his relatives. So we can understand that corpse means a dead body. Usually we use it just for a person. The next word is conceal. Conceal. Conceal means hide. A very simple definition. To hide something. Conceal. Let me give you some examples. Trish couldn't conceal his love for Gloria. She couldn't hide his love for Gloria. Count Dracula concealed the corpse in his castle. And the last example is, the money was so cleverly concealed that we were forced to abandon our search for it. As we learned the word abandon in the previous lesson, which means to leave something. To leave something without actually coming back. So conceal means to hide something, to cover something. Next word is dismal. Dismal. Can you guess the meaning of dismal? Just look at the picture. Dismal. So dismal means dark and depressing. Something that is dark and depressing. We can also use this word when you feel really bad, you feel dismal. Let me give you some examples. A. When the weather is so dismal, I sometimes stay in bed all day. So when the weather is so dark and depressing, dismal. B. I am unaccustomed to this dismal climate. Dismal climate. So unaccustomed, as we learned this word in the previous lesson, means not used to something. As you can see, we use these words in different other examples. We repeat the words in different lessons, in different examples, to make you understand them more, to make it more clear for you. C. As the dismal reports of the election came in, the senator's friends tactfully made no mention of them. Yes. And that's the last example. Dismal, dark, and depressing. The next word is frigid. Frigid. Frigid means very, very cold. When the weather is very cold, we say that it's frigid. It's freezing. Let me give you some examples to make it more clear for you. It was a great hardship for the men to live through the frigid winter at Valley Forge. Yes, it was a great hardship. Do you know the meaning of hardship? We learned it in the previous lesson. In the first lesson, hardship means difficulty. Exactly, difficulty. Example number B. The jealous bachelor was treated in a frigid manner by his girlfriend. Yes. Jealous and bachelor. We learned these words in the previous lesson. Jealous means wanting something that others actually have, and bachelor means a single old person who is not married. And the last example is, inside the butcher's freezer, the temperature was frigid. Yes. Frigid means very, very cold. A very nice word. Very essential word. The next word is inhabit. Inhabit. So what is the meaning of inhabit? Yes, inhabit means to live in. To live in. Inhabit. Let me give you some examples to clarify this word. A. Eskimos inhabit the frigid part of Alaska. They live in the frigid, which means a very cold part of Alaska. So as you can see, inhabit here means to live in. Inhabit. And it has no preposition. Don't say inhabit in the frigid part of Alaska. That's completely wrong. That's some, actually, English learners make. B. Because Sydney qualified, he was allowed to inhabit the vacant apartment. Yes. Vacant means empty. And qualified, we learned this word in the previous lesson number 1. Qualified means to become fit. Yes, to become fit. And the last example is, many crimes are committed each year against those who inhabit the slum area of our city. Yes. Inhabit the slum areas, the poor areas of our cities. Yes. So inhabit means to live in. Nice word. The next word is numb. Numb. B is not pronounced. Numb. Which means without the power of feeling and, or we can say, deadened. Deadened. So as you can see in the picture, this guy's hand is numb. It has no power of feeling. A. My fingers quickly became numb in the frigid room, in the cold room, actually in a very cold room. We studied and we learned this word in this lesson, I guess. And actually we learned it. We try to repeat these words in different examples in order to help you memorize them and to use them in different examples and different situations. B. A numb feeling came over Mr. Massey as he read the telegram. Exactly. A numb feeling came over him. And the last example, when the nurse stuck a pen in my numb leg, I felt nothing. I felt nothing. So numb means without the power of feeling and deadened. Very easy. The next word is peril. Peril, which means danger. Danger. So, pay attention to the pronunciation. Peril. Peril. A. The hunter was abandoned by the natives when he described the peril that lay ahead of them. So the hunter was abandoned. Yes, people just actually left him alone. So abandon means to leave without the decision to come back. Next example, there's a great peril in trying to climb the mountain. There's a great danger. And the last example is, our library is filled with stories of perilous adventures. So guys, as you can see, perilous is an adjective of peril. So perilous and peril. Let's go and learn the next word. The next word is recline. Recline. As you can see in this picture, the woman has reclined on this chair. So recline means to lie down, stretch out, or lean back. We can give you here actually 3 synonyms. It's a good idea to learn other synonyms if you want to improve your English vocabularies. So recline means lie down, stretch out, lean back. A. Richard likes to recline in front of the television sets. He likes to recline. He likes to stretch out. After reclining on her right arm for an hour, Maxon found that it had become numb. It had become numb. As I told you, numb means without the power of feeling or didn't. My dog's greatest pleasure is to recline by the warm fireplace. Yes, that's perfect. I think every animal likes to recline by the warm fireplace. So recline means to lie down, stretch out, or lean back. So guys, let's learn the next word. The next word is shriek. Shriek means scream. When you're angry or shocked, sometimes you shriek, especially when you're afraid. Girls shriek when they are afraid, right? Let me give you some examples. The maid shrieked when she discovered the corpse, when she discovered the dead person. She shrieked. She shouted. With a loud shriek, Ronald fled from the room. Facing the peril of waterfall, the boatman let out a terrible shriek. He let out a terrible shriek. He just shouted. He screamed. Yes. As you can see, as I told you before, peril means danger. Danger, peril. The next word is sinister. 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 You can see the picture. This is a picture of sinister. And evil, wicked, dishonest, or frightening. 4 great synonyms for sinister. Evil, wicked, dishonest, and frightening. So let me actually give you some examples and use this word in different examples. Then a sinister plot to cheat the widow was uncovered by the police. When the bank guard spied the sinister-looking customer, he drew his gun. I was frightened by the sinister shadow at the bottom of the stairs. I was scared. So, sinister means evil, dishonest. The next word is tempt. Tempt. So tempt here is a verb, right? Means try to get someone to do something for you, and test or to invite a person. Tempt. So let me give you some examples. A banana split can tempt me to break my diet. Yes. The sight of beautiful Louis tempted the bachelor to change his mind about marriage. Yes, the bachelor, which means a single, unmarried person. We learned this word in the first lesson. C. Your offer of job tempts me greatly. Your offer of a job tempts me greatly. So tempt means try to get someone to do something, test or invite. We can actually use this word in different situations, different examples. And the last word of this lesson, number 2, is wager. Wager. As you can see in this picture, the guy is wagering. He's making a wager. So wager means to bet on something. I lost a small wager on the Super Bowl. B. After winning the wager, Tex treated everyone to free drinks. He invited everyone to free drinks. And the last example says, it is legal to make a wager in the state of Nevada. Yes. So we usually use wager with make. Make a wager, which means to bet. Bet. Okay? Guys, these are 12 essential words. It's time to actually use all of these words in one great story, one interesting story. And after that, I suggest you to actually answer the questions and do the quizzes in order to make sure you understand all of them. Okay, thank you. Goodbye for now. See you in the third lesson. I'm a corpse. I'm a corpse. What do we know about this corpse? What do we know about this corpse? You conceal it very well. You conceal it very well. Conceal it. Conceal it. Oh, it's a dismal place. Oh, it's a dismal place. Sometimes life feels like some dismal story. Sometimes life feels like some dismal story. Frigid and freezing. Frigid and freezing. Who needs a frigid wife anyway? Who needs a frigid wife anyway? The body of the one you inhabit has its own life to lead. The body of the one you inhabit has its own life to lead. That demon not inhabit you after tonight. That demon not inhabit you after tonight. I'm just numb. I'm just numb. My toes, they were numb, tingling, then nothing. My toes, they were numb, tingling, then nothing. A kitten in peril. A kitten in peril. Public education in America has been in peril. You know? Public education in America has been in peril. You know? And then I reclined her. And then I reclined her. Reclined. Reclined. Why she started shrieking you. Why she started shrieking you. The shriek. The shriek. Fleet and Broadway. This is sinister news indeed. My Fleet and Broadway. This is sinister news indeed. My right. Your sinister friend. Right. Your sinister friend. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me to disobey. Don't tempt me to disobey. Double the wager. Double the wager. All right? You have a wager. All right? You have a wager. Hello, guys. How are you doing? We learned 12 essential words in this lesson, and now it's time to use these words in a really interesting story. You must focus and understand these words in context. This is a really important part of learning vocabularies. Okay. Are you ready? Let's get started. So, lesson number 2 story is about terror in the cemetery. Terror means an extreme and great fear, and cemetery is a graveyard, or we can say a place where dead bodies are buried. So, are you ready to start this story? Okay, let's get started. So, this story is about terror in the cemetery. Try to focus and try to understand these words in this context. I like to bet on anything that is exciting, so when my friends tried to tempt me with an offer, I took it. The idea was for me to spend a frigid December night in a cemetery, all alone, in order to win $20. Little did I realize that they would use dirty tricks to try to frighten me into abandoning the cemetery, therefore losing my wager. My plan was to recline in front of a large grave covered by a warm blanket with a flashlight to help me cut through the dismal darkness. After midnight, I heard a wild shriek. I thought I saw the grave open and the corpse rise out of it. Although I was somewhat numb with fear, I tried to keep my senses. Using good judgment, I knew that no peril could come to me from that sinister figure. When I didn't run in terror, my friends who had decided to conceal themselves behind the nearby tombstones came out and we all had a good laugh. Those spirits that may inhabit a cemetery must have had a good laugh too. That's the end. And actually we use all of these essential words in this interesting story. If you couldn't understand the story, I highly suggest you to come back and read it again. And you can read this story with your loud voice in order to improve your pronunciation. That's a very good technique. And you can send me your own story. I can correct it for you and I can help you write better. You can also record your voice and you can send it to me and I can correct your pronunciation. Okay, that's it. Thank you. We will see you very soon and goodbye. Hello, my dear friends. How are you doing? Welcome to Speaking and Listening Test. In this part, we're going to check you. We're going to test you. We're going to see if you can still understand the words. Okay. First, in this part, I want you to look at this illustration, this picture, and tell me which of the words studied in this lesson is suggested by this picture. Can you tell me? Actually, there are two words suggested by this picture. The first one is wager, and the second one is, can you tell me? Yes, that's sinister. As you can see in this picture, this woman, she's wagering some money, and there's a guy on the other side, I think is a cashier, and he's a sinister, I think. Can you remember the meaning of sinister? Yes, sinister means a person who is criminal, evil, or wicked. That's great. Okay, guys, let's move to the next part. So in this part, you need to make connections with my speaking, with the definition and this picture. So, I'm gonna speak about this word, and you need to guess the word. Okay? Let's get started. This word is an adjective, and it means that's extremely cold. Very cold. What is it? Yes, that's frigid, which means very cold, extremely cold. Next one. Look at this picture. This word is actually a verb, which means to live in a place. Yes, to live in a place. What is that word? Can you remember? Yes, that's inhabit. Inhabit means to live in a place. Very good. Bravo. Let's move to the next part. Here, as you can see, this picture, which means a dead body, spatially of a human. Yes, a dead body, spatially of a human. What is that? We studied that word in this lesson. That's corpse. Bravo. Yes, that's corpse. Here, as you can see in this picture, the person, he is trying to hide something. So, actually this word is a verb, which means to prevent something from being seen or known about, or to hide something. That's actually conceal. Yes, conceal. Conceal means to hide something from somebody. Next word actually is a verb. As you can see in this picture, this word means to lean or lie back with the upper part of your body in nearly horizontal position, or to cause something to lean back. That word is recline. Yes, recline. As you can see in this picture, this man is reclined. The next part is Actually, this is a verb and a noun at the same time. It's a short, loud, high cry, especially one produced suddenly as an expression of a powerful emotion. What is that word? Can you tell me? That word is shriek. Yes, shriek. That's it. That's the end of the test. I hope that you have answered all of these questions. If not, please come back and review the words. And in the next part, there is another quiz. There are 10 questions. You should answer them, and you should check yourself regularly in order to remember these words for a very lifetime. See you very soon, and goodbye. Hello, my dear friends. How are you doing? Welcome to this practice. So in this part, as you know, we're going to give you a sentence with an underlined word. So you have 10 seconds to think and tell me the main word we can use instead of the underlined one. So guys, are you ready? Let's do it. Sentence number 1. She has dark, evil eyes that make you nervous when she looks at you. So, what is the main word we can use here instead of the underlined one? Think for 10 seconds. So what is the word? Did you remember? That's right. We usually say sinister. Sinister means wicked or evil. I never felt that my life was in danger. So, what is the word? Can you remember? That's right. We usually say peril. Peril means danger. Few plants can grow in a such cold environment. Yes, few plants can grow in a such cold environment. So what is the main word? So what is it? That's right. We usually say frigid. Frigid means freezing and very cold. Come on. I'm not afraid of a dead body. Yes, I'm not afraid of a dead body. So, my dear friends, what is the main word? So what is it? Did you remember? That's right. That's corpse. Corpse means a dead body. I tried to hide my surprise when she told me her age. So, what is the main word? That's right. We say conceal. Conceal means hiding something. You know, guys, the story I read today was really sad and depressing. So what word we can use instead of the underlined one? So what is it? Did you remember? That's right. We usually say dismal. Dismal is something that is sad and depressing. So, my dear friends, we learned 12 essential vocabulary, right? So, are you ready to improve your English listening skill? If yes, let's do it. So, listen to what I say. Pause the video and write down what you hear. Play again and see the text on the screen and check your answers. So, are you ready? Let's do it. The couple lived in a dismal apartment in a poor section of the town. The couple lived in a dismal apartment in a poor section of the town. Hours before the announcement, large wagers were placed in favor of his son William becoming next king. Hours before the announcement, large wagers were placed in favor of his son William becoming next king. They put their own lives in peril to rescue their friends. They put their own lives in peril to rescue their friends. The seats reclined and had footrests, tray tables, and reading lights. The seats reclined and had footrests, tray tables, and reading lights. They were dragged from their homes, shrieking and weeping. They were dragged from their homes, shrieking and weeping. The man was dressed in black suit and wore dark glasses. There was something sinister about him. The man was dressed in black suit and wore dark glasses. There was something sinister about him. The shadows concealed her as she crept up to the house. The shadows concealed her as she crept up to the house. Some tribes still inhabit the more remote mountains and jungles of the country. Some tribes still inhabit the more remote mountains and jungles of the country.